There's a few things I'd like to say. First of all, GD has been in power in Georgia for 12 years. Now, Lasha can perhaps tell me whether or not this is correct, but this has been a very stable government in Georgian terms. Since the collapse of the Soviet Union, we've had a great deal of volatility in Georgia. And then this government established itself in 2012. It's governed the country ever since. It's provided a degree of stability and I think a certain amount of economic progress as well. And I wonder whether most Georgians who must have become accustomed and perhaps to some extent appreciative, as in most Georgians, not all Georgians, appreciative of that stability, whether they're going to be particularly welcoming to attempts to try and change that through challenging elections and protests and returning to the kind of politics that we used to see before 2012. That's one thing I wanted to say. But the attempt is going to be made, and we must always be clear. Obviously, there are people outside Georgia in the West who want to see these things happen. But there are people in Georgia who want them to happen as well. They will have grievances. Some of these grievances are real. People will be dissatisfied. There are undoubtedly things that are wrong in Georgia itself. The great problem with outside interference in a political situation in a country is that it makes the proper development of politics in that country extremely difficult, because instead of people being able to come out and vote for parties that they support because they like their particular program and because they've got concerns about the current government, that everything is now shaped by this external tug of war that is being imposed on the country from outside. And I think that, again, given that the previous time when a color revolution took place, it culminated in a disastrous war. I wonder whether that factor again is going to play to the support of the current government. It delivered stability. It's delivered a certain amount of economic prosperity. It's also delivered a certain degree of security and peace. And people may worry that they're not going to have that if there's another color revolution all over again.